Hare Krishna everyone. In this video, let us find out the significance of Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. Stated in Brahma Vaivarta Purana, once upon a time, the second and the strongest Pandava, Bhima, approached the author of Mahabharata, Srila Vyasadeva, and inquired from him. He said, all my family members, my mother Kunti Devi, my eldest brother Yudhishthir Maharaj, all my younger brothers Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, and my wife Draupadi, all of them observe a complete fast on all Ekadashis. Being very religious, they tell me that I should also fast on this day. But I tell them that I cannot live without eating. Being the son of wind god, hunger is unbearable to me. I can give vast amounts of charity, I can worship Supreme Lord Krishna with all different types of paraphernalia, but when it comes to fasting on this Ekadashi, I cannot. So, my dear grandfather, is it possible for one to go back home, back to Godhead, to the spiritual world without observing fasting on Ekadashi? Hearing this, Srila Vyasadeva replies, if you wish to go to any of the higher planets and avoid being degraded into the hellish planets, you must indeed observe both the Ekadashis that come during the month. Feeling dejected and hopeless and out of desperation, Bhima says, O greatest of the Munis, Srila Vyasadeva, kindly hear my plea. Within my stomach burns this intense digestive fire called vrika. Only when I eat to my fullest satisfaction does this fire get satisfied. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, the very first chapter, we see that Bhimasena is called by the name Vrikodara. Vrika means wolf. Somebody, Udara means stomach, abdomen. So somebody who has a very voracious appetite. And he says, although I cannot fast on all the Ekadashis, I will certainly fast on one Ekadashi. Please tell me on which Ekadashi should I fast? How should I fast? So that I still derive the benefit of fasting on all the Ekadashis throughout the year. So out of compassion for his grandson Bhimasena, Vyasadeva says, you must worship, you must not even drink water on the Ekadashi that appears during the light fortnight of Jyeshtamasa. So not even water, Nirjala. Well, you must completely surrender unto the Supreme Lord Krishna. You should worship him with all your heart. And anybody who observes this fast, Jyeshta Shukla Ekadashi, very strictly, very rigidly, they will easily attain the benefit of fasting on all the 24 Ekadashis during the entire year. So, my dear friends, this is how this Ekadashi came to be called Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi or Bhimasena Nirjala Ekadashi or Jyeshta Shukla Ekadashi or simply Nirjala Ekadashi. So it comes during Jyeshtamasa, and during the month there are two pakshas. Paksha means fortnight. So there are two fortnights. Fortnight is a 14-day period. So based on the lunar calendar, the waxing of the moon, that fortnight is called Shukla Paksha, and the waning of the moon, when the moon reduces in size, that is called Krishna Paksha, and this Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi comes during Shukla Paksha. And what day is it come? What day does it fall on? No prizes for guessing. Eka means 1, Dasha means 10. So 1 plus 10 is 11. So it comes on the 11th day of Shukla Paksha. And when is it coming during this year in 2022? Very soon, this Saturday, which is around the corner, on June 11th, 2022. It's a great opportunity for all of us to observe this very wonderful Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. The important do's and don'ts of Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. Upavasa. Vasa means to stay. Upa means close by. So Upavasa means to stay close. Who do we stay close to? Well, on Ekadashi, we are supposed to get even closer to Supreme Lord Krishna. And in order to get closer to Krishna, in order to receive the mercy of Krishna, the don'ts, let's begin with the don'ts. So we should not eat any food on this day. And because it is Nirjala Ekadashi, Jala means water, Nir means no, so there is no even water, so don't even drink water. And to save time and energy, it is highly recommended that we abstain from all kinds of mundane talks and also reduce all types of material activities as much as possible. So, having conserved all this time and energy, what are some of the do's that we need to do? We need to engage our tongue and mind in remembering the Supreme Lord, chanting the holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And we can also absorb our intellect in the deep scrutinizing study of philosophy by reading scriptures like Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And we should also engage ourselves as much as possible in the service of the Supreme Lord and His wonderful devotees. So Ekadashi also means not just 11th day, but Dasha is 10, Eka is 1. So 11 senses. Now you may wonder and scratch your head. 11 senses? How? Well, 5 Jnanendriyas, the knowledge acquiring senses, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the sense of touch. And then Karmendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, 5 action performing senses, the legs, the hands, genitals, anus, and also our voice. And then the king of all these 10 senses is our mind. So Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, and the mind, all the 11 senses have to be kept close, have to be engaged in the service of Supreme Lord on Ekadashi. So the essence of Ekadashi is to engage all these 11 senses in the service of the Lord, in remembering the Lord. So sometimes we just focus on the fasting, but we don't necessarily engage in devotional service. This is the more important part actually. So these are some of the key do's and don'ts. So I hope that all of us feel inspired to perform this Ekadashi. Now somebody may ask that, okay, so Mataji, don't I have to keep any of the other Ekadashi fast if I do Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi fast? Well, not quite. It is recommended that you still perform, you still observe the other Ekadashi fast, but on those Ekadashis, it's not necessary that you should do Nirjala Ekadashi. If you can, well and good. But if you cannot, the main thing is on all other Ekadashis, do not eat grains. You can still take fruits and sabudana and water and things like that. So on other Ekadashis, based on your capacity, you can fast accordingly. But on Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi, complete fast. Not even drinking water. Alright. And when can you break the fast? You can break the fast on the next day, that is Dwadashi, after sunrise. And since we would have performed Nirjala Ekadashi, the way we break the fast is by taking a sip of water, by remembering the Supreme Lord Krishna for giving us the strength to fast and remember Him. If you would like to watch more such videos in the future, please do subscribe to Aradhana Online YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video. Until then, wish you all a very happy Pandava Nirjala Ekadashi. Hare Krishna.